I am early. I don't see anybody yet. But, when this video posts, it's going to be posting whether or not I start when persons come or not. So I wanted to start the right way. It's Friday and I am just happy. Thank God it's Friday. After a busy week of work, it is time to just relax, chill, and have a power chat with Shan. So I want to welcome you guys back to Naturally Candid. And if you haven't already, do not forget, I beg you, please do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you guys can know when I upload. All right, I don't want to start with the discussion until my fellow people come in. Hi, I see that someone is here. Welcome. Welcome to today's live. Our topic will be, how do you know when it is the right time to leave a relationship? And why I even chose this topic was because I had a prior live to this one where we spoke about ex cut or keep, and within that live a lot of topics came out as it related to relationships and stuff. So I did a poll, and this was the topic that the majority of my NC gangers selected. Now, I chose this type of setting so we can be a little bit cool, calm, and collected and just have a fruitful discussion. Have a nice little vibe. Today it's Friday, let down your hair day. So we're going to just talk about matters that really concerns how we even operate as human beings. I know that a lot of us have been in situations before where you're probably wondering if this is the right relationship for you. Is this the right position that you are to be in? And it's something that is not really talked about, and I believe that it's something very important for us to highlight these issues, because we were not taught. I know for me, as a millennial, I was not taught how to deal with relationships. I was rather expected to know how I should function in a relationship. And because nobody gave us that little manual or that guide to tell us that, hey, this is what should and should not be done, or this is what you should and should not take. People are quick to tell us their opinion of what a relationship is to be like. Nobody is willing to tell us what are the bad situations that they're going through, or how they manage to maneuver with their partner in those situations. And I think that is a reason why we have so many problems and challenges that are going on now in today's society. None of us, let's be honest, a lot of the younger generation don't really know what a relationship is like or what it is supposed to be, because we were not taught these things. And even if we see a relationship going on out there, we don't see the bad sides of it, and we don't know how people maneuver into it. So I decided to have this conversation because I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think? How do you really know when it is time for you to call a relationship quits? When do you think you would have reached your wits' end? I'm going to share some of my opinion, and I'm also expecting that y'all will share yours with me too. Guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit like on the live. Ayadre says, Shan, I'm illegally here. Don't lock me up. That's what I'm saying. All right, my dear, I won't lock you up today. All right, so for me, I believe that there are a few no-goes for me. Like, I absolutely don't look past some of these things. And one of those things is cheating. What is cheating to you? Cheating for me is anything that you think outside of the relationship. That means you are cheating, right? And that is just a no-go for me. And don't eat off my head, because I know that there are some persons who believe that cheating is inevitable and we all will go through it. But even so, there are levels to this thing. For me, and cheating, my take on cheating is that if I give you if you cheat on me the first time, right? Let us put it into context here. If you cheat on me for one time, then you go back again and you cheat on me again. I'm going to give you a chance again, so that's 2 chances. And then you go back and you go cheat again. And me must stay with you. I'm not going to stay with a person like that. So that is a no-go for me. I don't know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. How do you know when it is time to leave a relationship? I think that if you cheat on me on multiple occasions, that must mean that there's something that I am lacking that you need, right? And if I am lacking something that you need, just go. I don't think you need to cheat in order for me to get that message. Just go, right? Guys, if you're just joining, don't forget to hit like on the live and let me know what y'all think about this topic. When do you think it is time for you to leave a relationship? Like, call it quits. It's no longer for me. Why am I even in this situation? Let me know what y'all think. Like I said before, let me continue on the topic of cheating because it's a whole nother level for me, right? A lot of persons are out there that have diseases and sicknesses that are sexually given to transfer to them. And these are things that we need to consider in a relationship. I think it's such a serious case where this cheating thing is concerned, and for me, I am looking at cheating as it's becoming like a norm. I'm just so uncomfortable with the way how things are being dealt with now, and I realize that females are now becoming accustomed to being cheated on, and they're getting comfortable in that. But me can't. I can't get comfortable in that because, unlike the minority, I believe that there are still good men out there who literally just know that this is my woman and I'm going to stick to her. I believe that there are men out there who will, keep themselves to themselves. And I am just one of those old-fashioned persons who believe that real love does exist, right? And it's very unfortunate if you are one of those persons who have never experienced it. But real love does exist, and I believe that if somebody loves you enough, it will help them to keep themselves contained, right? If they find a fault in you, then that is when they cheat because they're lacking something. Then if you're lacking something, then why would you want to keep me? You understand me? Because I lack something that you need. Then it makes sense that you go and find somebody that can suit your needs. It doesn't make sense you have me tagging along because I am not going to be one of your burners then when you have 10 million different options. No. Things and times get too serious now, and disease are go around and them something them. There's something there. So if that is what my partner is into, I always, before I even get in any relationship, I always say first that if that is the lifestyle that you want to live and you are that type of person, then me is not for you, right? I am not for you because I am not going to share you with somebody else. And I don't expect you to do the same with me. If you're mine, you're mine. And that's how I see it, right? If I go full on into a relationship, I don't go expecting perfection, but I'm expecting standards. You understand? Standards and perfection is 2 different things. Just because the world is the way it is now means I should lower my standards to accept a certain type of man. I'm sorry, but if it means that I'm gonna be single, then I understand that because I'm just not going to tolerate certain type of foolishness. And I realize that women are embracing these things so much, right? Ayadre says, yeah, the world is getting crazy, very crazy. The Desh says it's glorified. No, unfortunately it is. But guess what? I'm not going to be in the pack that glorifies it. You understand me? Because like Mr. Tunu said, disease and everything will go around. I see husbands and wives in relationships for years. And because they acquire things together, they're unhappy now. They're in the relationship together and they're very unhappy. So it end up into a point where husband sleeps in another room, wife sleep in another room, and it just go haywire. Husband have him other person, wife have her other person, and the whole chaos, in the relationship. And I'm looking at that and I'm saying, whoever taught us how to deal with something like that? What is love? How do we know that we love somebody? And I always say to people that love is a feeling. You feel love. You don't just plan to fall in love for the person. You just start to feel that love. You start to feel that energy. Love is something that you can't explain it. And if you've felt love before, you'll know that you really and truly cannot explain love, right? The real love. Because you have different types of love. You can't explain real love. And if you are to say, and let me tell you, real love will cause you to behave yourself. It will cause you to behave yourself. It will cause you to humble yourself when it comes on to your partner. It will cause you to appreciate your partner more. It will cause you to just settle with the person, right? That's what real love does. So if it is that you say to me that you really love me, then you really wouldn't cheat on me. If you really love me the way you are to love me, then you wouldn't cheat on me. If you cheat on me, you're really telling me that, you know what? I love you partially, but not fully. You understand me? And that is a no-go for me. I will leave a relationship for someone who cheats. And especially for me, I am not one of those persons who are just hard and fast, not believing in giving you chances or whatever. But if I give you one chance, and you take the one chance and you run with it, and you do the same thing where they do again, I eat that for me. You understand? I cannot take the embarrassment. Me, I don't wear embarrassment well. I don't wear it well. We don't wear it well. I don't know if any of you are okay with embarrassment and embarrassing situations, but me, I don't wear it well. And so, hi Kaz Music, welcome to my live. Thank you so much for joining us today. The topic today is, how do you know when to leave a relationship? Do you stay in a relationship because of love? I really want to know that. I don't like embarrassment either. Me can't take it. Me, I tell you the truth. I'm a teacher by profession, and I also engage in other things like hosting functions. I have my own business. I do engage in activities where I literally speak to people. Can you imagine people looking at me who is in the public speaking to people, going through a relationship with somebody who is out there flaunting himself with everybody else? No, me, like I said to you before, I cannot take the embarrassment. That is just not for me. Let me see what Desh says. Desh said, nope, not like them excitement. They listen to me. I see people take them excitement all the time, and the only thing I can think of, not judging them or anything, but the only thing I can think of is that those persons are very strong. Very strong. Let me tell you something. Love not going to let me stay in a situation that no longer serves me. Love alone can make it work. Like right now, I am 26 years of age, and stability means more to me than just love. Love, yes, love is a prop. You understand me? If you have love for me and think good and all, well, great. Love you too, because you treat me with love, so I'm going to treat you with love too. But if I don't have stability and you are going bad with yourself, I don't see why I should sit with you. Right? I don't see. That's a no-go for me. So that in itself will cause me to leave a relationship. It no worth it. You always have a man like me that made mistakes and corrects themselves because they're actually mistakes. That is true, I agree. You have men that make mistakes, but you don't make the same mistakes twice. If you really love and rate the person, because I rate them start using now. People stop use the word love. They start to use rate. And if people even use the word love, they overuse it. They use it and abuse it. So some people say them love people where them really and truly don't mean it. You understand me? That is something that needs to stop. I don't know where that came from. But if you don't love the person, don't tell the person that you love them. If you don't love them, tell them, say, look here, I really don't love you right now. Give me the time to get to know you. I don't know if it's just me alone stay like that these days. But if you don't love the person, do not tell them that you love them. You're giving them false hope to believe that there's something there when it really isn't. So they become reluctant. They don't try to work for it, right? Kaz Music says you love, yes, but don't stay. Right, and that's what I'm saying. I will love you to the ground and back, but the moment you embarrass me over and over and over again, the love there in my heart same way, but it's just that my mind start to think. There's something that love does. Love will cloud your senses, it clouds your judgment, your real judgment, right? And you have to draw a line between your heart, and I'm not talking your heart because that's not the heart they're speaking about. It's the heart condition in your mind, right? And the you need to think about that part of the brain, and you also need to think of the logical parts of the brain. Right now, to how the world is running, we have to approach relationships with logics, not just love. Love alone, not letting a relationship work anymore. You have to have love and logics, because all this place is going, let me tell you, you can easily get lost. You can lose you. I see a lot of celebrities, they get married quickly and then they break up quickly. Guys, if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining Naturally Candid. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for coming. We're on the topic, how do you know when to leave a relationship? Back to what I was saying. You have a lot of celebrities that are getting married early, because they can afford to do so. But there are a lot of persons who are divorcing too. And that is because we don't, in our generation, I'm saying for my generation and the generation below me, the ones that are just coming, we were never taught how to truly love somebody, right? We just go with the feeling, we go with the vibe, we go with the emotion, right? So it was just up to us to know how to really love and appreciate somebody. Up to this day, I'm learning, because with different experiences, you gain different knowledge about it, because experiences teaches wisdom. But nobody really goes into a relationship knowing how to make the relationship work, because our parents didn't really tell us. Whenever, I don't know about you, but I'm just speaking about me. I think for my generation, a lot of things were just hide and seek. Nobody really tell me, oh, it go, they might hide up. You're not supposed to do this. All I grew up hearing is, guys, when I keep touching the screen to see your chats, it keep blurring. So please to bear with that. Kaz Music says, the thing is, some persons don't understand what love is, and that's just the reality. Me love my girl. I said, me love my girl. And me forbid for myself from doing stuff, because I learned that love is still here. Wives are still around. And you know what, I agree. I'm happy that you know that. Not a lot of men nowadays know it. Not a lot of women nowadays know it, right? And it's great when I see young people really pushing to the right direction, and I applaud you for that. But do we really know what love is? We don't. We only feel it, right? And a lot of us feel things and think it's love, but it's infatuation. But my point of the matter is here. If you truly love me, then you would not repeatedly cheat on me as though it's a game. Love is not a game. You don't play with people's emotions. Guys, if you're just joining the live, don't forget to hit the like on the live. It's very good for the algorithm. Nicholas Craig says, love is more than emotions. People often mistake the two. That's why you have people falling out of love when it comes to marriages. It's a principle: compromise, sacrifice, selfless, and don't forget forgiveness. Because to be honest with you, I do not believe that people leave out of marriage because they don't love each other anymore. I mean, there are exceptional cases, but there's something that leads to them feeling that way. Right? There's something that carries them to the point where, you know what, I don't see myself with this person anymore. Right? And I believe that that's a lack of forgiveness. In a relationship, people hurt people. People say bad things to each other. some of us are filled with ego. Like for myself, I don't know if it's a woman thing, but for me, ego sometimes get the best of me. I'm still learning how to do that now. None of us are perfect, so that's a flaw of mine in a relationship. When it comes on to my ego, like they're one different level. Like we can't contain it, but it has something to do too with my personality. I have a strong personality. I am an outgoing woman, young lady, and so I do not settle for foolishness. And when I feel like foolishness is coming to me, then I react as such. Desh says a lot of people know how to show their feeling. A lot of people know how to show their feelings anymore. I think you're trying to say a lot of people don't know how to show their feelings anymore. Love is not overlooked. Real love, that is. Exactly. Real. And let me tell you something. Sometimes people really and truly love each other, but because of ego, they don't decide to fix it. Right? And sometimes we end up in situations that can be fixed, and we choose not to fix it because of our ego. So that's also something that we were never taught how to do, because we feel like, especially for women feel like men are supposed to come after us if there's an issue. If there's a challenge or a situation. Let's be honest, women on the live, let's be honest. We feel like the man's supposed to hunt, right? I mean, from tradition till now, Bible days, the man is the one where fix the things them, because we women think in our emotions. We don't think logical when it comes on to our emotions. We think our feelings. And so we're expecting that the men who are supposed to be the protection, the guidance, are supposed to be the ones there to help us and to fix us, right? Not fix us. We are the only ones who can fix ourselves. But we're expecting the man to guide us, to lead us, to direct us, because at the end of the day, that is their God-given mission. We were created for them, not the other way around as women. And ultimately, we are supposed to be submissive. But how can a woman be submissive to a man that doesn't know how to lead her well? Men who are on the live, a woman would submit to you if you lead her well. She would submit automatically. And sometimes the woman would even submit and don't even know that she's submitting to you, right? That comes with love, that comes with protection. A woman likes to feel protected. So that's a no-go for me. That's a determinant factor to tell me that, hey, I probably need to call this relationship quits because I don't feel protected by a man that I'm talking to. How can you be in a relationship with a person that the only mission that they have is to let you down? The only mission that they have is to tear you down. The only mission they have is to break you. You cannot be in a relationship with somebody like that. And if you're going to break a woman's emotions, you are breaking her. That is a no-go for me, because peace is everything to me. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know what to think about peace, but peace for me is everything. And the moment I start feeling uncomfortable or unworthy, that means something is wrong. And how much longer will I stay in a situation where I know something is wrong and I sit in it? I'm not that woman. Some women would sit, and some men too, sit in situations because they think that they love this person when that person was really not created for you. There's a time when you just need to just cut it off, call it quits, right? There's a time when you just need to just call it quits. How much can a person take? If you feel like you reach the level that you can't take anymore, it's time. I think that's a determinant factor that should tell you that it's time to leave. Hi guys who are just joining the live, thank you so much. I'm going to remind you again, please, 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 to hit the like if you have not as yet, and if you didn't subscribe to my channel yet, oh no, wait, pun, come on, come join the good family. Subscribe to my channel. You know what I said? All right, so yeah, I'm saying we know what we can take, right? There is a certain burden that we bear when we end up in situations that we cannot manage to handle. And our minds tell us that this person is not for us. So why do we sit in situations that no longer serve us? Why do you think, let me know what you all think in the chat. Why do you think people sit in situations that no longer serves them. And love is an understatement, because I don't believe that people, I think people is the fear of starting over, why some people sit in a situation so long that don't serve them. Sadesh says, not everyone is made for everyone. Some people are just not for us. And that is just the reality. It's not that they are bad persons. It's not that you are bad persons. It's just that they were just not made for you. Eagle says, welcome, Eagle. You know, Eagle is a part of the family. Eagle has been here from day one. Thank you for joining tonight, Eagle. So Eagle says you can be giving 80% to the relationship while the other person can only give 20%. But after a while, that becomes very draining. That is very true. That is very true. You can't have one partner pull this heavy weight and this heavy burden over here, so, and then the next partner just, and oftentimes when people notice this or realize this is when it's already too late. When the partner decides that, you know what, it is time for me to go. And for us women, we might take a longer time to give up on a situation. But when we give up on a situation, we really and truly give up on the situation. And this is a lesson for men to understand. And I hope that there are some men here who are literally seeking advice on women, because you're at the right place. We're going to talk about it. You understand me? Nicholas Craig says, sometimes fear drives the decision to stay in those relationships. What if you never find somebody that is as financially secure, etc.? That is true. And that's what I was saying initially, that fear can cause us to sit in a situation because we can't bother with the change. And we don't know what will happen tomorrow. We don't know what will happen if we leave. We invest so much years and we're going to leave out of the relationship. And we can't. Listen, the sooner you get out of it is the better. The longer you stay, and I think about it this way, the longer you stay in a very toxic relationship or a relationship that is no longer serving you and it has become a burden more than it has been a burden bearer, then that's the longer time it's going to take for you to move past that situation and get into the one that you were destined for. Think about it that way. Desh said, lack of reciprocation will drive a relationship to the ground. That is so true. That is so true. And how long a partner takes to know that they need to reciprocate the same effort is also a determining factor of a relationship going downhill. Eagle says, the person who is giving the lesser percentage becomes complacent. It's true, and is always expecting more than what they're giving financially, emotionally, and spiritually. And that is true. And sometimes a flip to that situation is that when some men, let me speak about men, I've seen it, I've observed it and experienced it. There are some men who, when they have become established, or they have been, Chloe just wants to be in the conversation, guys. Yes, some men who are established certain ways and have developed their own financial security and everything, they have power. The type of women they want to talk to, they want to control them. You understand me? They feel like, I'm not saying that all men who are in this position does that, but you do have men like this and would want to belittle the women. Now, for those men, women, if you are in a situation with a man like that, them not gonna change. It written down in them, it embedded into them. You can't stay there so and expect a change. Because once they have it in their minds that they have you and they have something over you, they're going to take advantage of you. So why I'm saying that is because Eagle spoke about the weaker partner who is always expecting much, but sometimes the stronger partner is expecting much from the weaker partner too. All right. Cass Music says, longer you stay, more it will hurt. Exactly. And the longer you hold on to a dead situation is the more it will hurt. Take it from me. Take it from me. Me not gonna come sit here in this nice little chill chat section and act like everything went well for me. No, sir. No, sir. I've been cheated on before. I've been lied to. I've been taken for granted. And it's the grace of God why I'm still standing strong, because situations that were meant to hurt me made me smile even more and gave me the strength. Because you get to understand that Life is not about you. Life is really not about you. Everybody I go through things. I don't care how pretty them look on your screen, the happiest of people go through things too. Right? And so the more we stay silent and stay in a dead situation for the longest while, is the more it will take out of us to sustain ourselves. And you know what this causes? Sometimes you stay in a situation that no longer serves you, and it takes away your motivation to life. It takes away your drive. It's like it almost wants to lock you up in a cage that you cannot come out of. The only thing you can do is to stay in your emotions and trying to break free of it. And that is what leads to depression. I had a live prior to this one about depression. You guys can check that out once we're through with this one. And depression is such a hell of a thing. And I know that a lot of persons in today's society is suffering from depression, right? I don't know if you all know about the customer service in Jamaica, but I honestly believe that it's because these people are going through things why they are this way. I'm telling you. I don't believe that happy people behave the way how Jamaican people behave when it comes down to customer service. And I think it's all stemming from this topic that we're talking about, being in negative situations that no longer serves us, especially a dead relationship. Nicholas Craig says, sometimes self-esteem deteriorates over the course of the relationship and you start settling for less than what you deserve. That is absolutely true, right? I've been in that situation before and I had to rewrite my story time and time again. I had to rewrite my story. You will lose yourself into situations like these because you know, care more about the partner's emotion. But I'm telling you something. A wise woman told me this and I'm sharing it with you. You will feel pain. Everybody will hurt you. Everybody will hurt you. Bear that in mind. But I am leaving. I got this nugget from a very wise woman and I'm leaving this with you. You need to save a piece of you when you are falling in love with somebody. Save peace for you. So if him or she leave you, you have the piece of you that still reminds you that you are who you are. And it reminds you that you need to love who you are before you can love somebody else. Right? Save a piece of you for you. People will just come to kill, steal, and destroy. And it might not be their intention to do so, but it does happen. Everybody will hurt you. Friendships, relationships, parents, aunties, sisters, uncles, brothers, everybody will hurt you. Right? So you have to save a piece of the love for you. And another thing I'm going to tell you too, no pain, no gain. Do not be afraid to be hurt. Don't be afraid to feel pain, because if you don't feel pain, you won't know how to deal with the gain when you get it. Right? And you don't know how to deal with your love, how to deal with your emotions when it really comes to the time when everything starts to work for you. So I remember the song. I always used to listen to the song. I remember the first time I experienced love and I went through heartbreak and relationship failure. And it's like, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. There was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. But love is a flower that needs a sun and a rain. A little bit of something and a whole lot of pain. Man, I know if you learn the secrets, how to forgive, a longer and a better life you live. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. The next time when you start feel pain, go listen to that song there. I don't remember her name, but it named No Pain, No Gain. She said the powerful, there's a line in that song that resonated with me. And that is, if you learn the secrets, how to forgive, a longer and a better life you will live. Me take that and carry it right through the rest of my life. Once I was introduced to that song, I started to remember, hey, that really make a lot of sense, you know. Desh says, hold on. Okay, that was Nicholas. Desh said, it's sad because some people think that it's better to stay and feel pain rather than feeling pain by themselves. Well, let me tell you, there are some persons who always believe that they need to have somebody. I used to be like that one time. I'm gonna like me by myself. But you see, the older I get, is the more I appreciate my own company. Because there will be people who come in a space that really don't mean you well. And you are safest in your own company. So the older I get, I'm starting to learn that. But I used to be one of those persons who me like stay by myself. So I would understand why some people feel like, especially if they spent years with a partner, then all of a sudden you and the person going break up. No, it's hard to adjust, not having the person beside you, knowing that you invested so many years with this person, and then all of a sudden the person just gone. So I would understand for those persons. I was once like that, but let me tell you, that is the time when we need to spend time with ourselves the most, and that's when we're going through that type of phase. Eagle says, I think your opinion is gender bias, Shans. There are a lot of women who bend their backs to the breaking point to save their relationships, and the man dish them dirt. Yeah, man, I agree with that. But I'm just saying that, it's vice versa. There are also a lot of men who do the same and the women dish them dirt. But I definitely agree with you. Definitely. And I believe too, that I'm more of a feminist than I am, to speak about both genders. But I am realizing that men go through the same things that we do too. The only difference is that they approach the situation differently because society dictated to them that it's not normal for men to show their emotions. So I'm just trying to look at it from a neutral perspective to see that, you know what, both men and women go through these things. And it's unfortunate that, well, men would say that they feel it more extreme, but I am not a man, so I don't know how men would feel. But men, to me, would want to seem like them have one switch. Them can switch it on when them feel like them ready for love somebody, and them can switch it off when them feel like them just don't want to do that person there, right? I feel like men have that switch. Unfortunately for women, we don't have that, right? As it relates to Kaz Music, so well. Desh said dripped. Y'all are just killing me as always. What draped you, Desh? Tell me what draped you. But yeah, I feel like men have a little switch. And Kaz Music, if you feel so, to tell me, because you're one man in this chat here, you can tell us women what men would relate to that we don't know. But it's a very serious situation, and on to the point of how do we know when to let go of a relationship? Sometimes we see the signs, Sometimes we see the signs that, hey, this person might be tired of me. They said the on and off love switch. Yes, they should for drape your real hard. Me did get drapings too. Me did get some real drapings too. But guess what? There's something that teach you things. It teaches you what you should and should not expect from somebody. And you know what that teaches you too? Not to give your entire being to one particular individual. They'll hurt you. They'll hurt you. Hold on there, guys. Because I have to take this cat outside of my light box. Come out. Sorry about that. She gets into my way sometimes. But yeah, we have to know what is right for us from what is wrong for us. Kaz Music says, well, that switch, laugh out loud, I think it developed over time. Really? It developed over time and you men wear it so well. I wish that us women had that same switch so we could have drape, But we don't, and you guys, I don't know, no do it well, man, I lie. No do it well. But at what point, let me know, at what point do you think that, a relationship, you need to call this relationship quits? Let me know in the chat. At what point? excuse me, because I have been blabbering about what I believe, we should call the relationship or for. But at what point do you believe that, I need to leave this relationship? This relationship no longer serves me. Why am I in this? When you start asking yourself that question, cause music said violence against the cat, stop it. You don't understand her. She just take up all the space and always want to come go on like she's somebody. So that's why I forget like a sort out sometimes. But yes, at what point do you think that, I need to call this relationship quits? It's time for me to end this. This is no longer for me. Cause music says same, so me have to dash out my cat. I saw them stay, them just one like people, but they're not people. We have to remind them all the time, so not post, right? Yes. So I think another thing. So I spoke about cheating, and I spoke about what was the other thing I spoke about? I spoke about cheating, and oh yes, not feeling protected or feeling safe with a person. That's a no go for me. Because if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody that I don't feel protection from, then I really no need for the another relationship with that person. For those who are just joining the live, please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can know when I upload. All right? Thanks. Manua. Thanks. All right. So I spoke about not feeling protected. And if there is a person that you are with and you don't feel protected with them, then honey, you need to start reconsidering. Not saying that you're just going to get up and leave the person and not give the person the opportunity to try. But if you see that this is a recurring action over time and the person is not trying, they're still continuing to do the things that they're doing that are exposing you in the relationship. And when I mean exposing you, I mean things, I'm not talking about things where let me tell you what I mean when I said exposing you. What I mean is that this person continues to carry out your business to other persons without your permission. This person continues to walk and say stuff about you that is really not true. This person, every time something goes wrong, they're quick to let you down about the situation. This person keeps blabbering their mouths and they just don't know when to stop, as it relates to phone business and other situations. Those persons will not protect you. If you can go he, she, them, or it, go talk my business, and me not get a permission, you just feel like, say, you just go behind my back and go talk to this person without me knowing, and go send me up in the ratness. Go deal with this person knowing something when me never know, so them know how I deal with that. Put me on my guard or anything, you leave me exposed. Right? So I'm talking about those persons. Me, I not see myself as staying in a relationship with somebody like that. So I not stay with the cheaters then, because if you cheat one time or you cheat two times, if you cheat the second time, you not have no stop or stop, baby love. You don't have no stop or stop. So me must sit down in you like Ali button good for nothing. Make you take me and turn me in a gigapet. Me not do it. Me not do it. And for that you did wish you not get it. Desh says, when they use your own pain. Oh my God. Dash with the sauce. Oh, Dash. Listen, is it Dash, you're a male or a female? I want to know now because I don't want to talk about girl like you're a male, But I talk about that all the time. When they use my pain against me. You understand how you continue to do it? Where you try to tell me, say, I am not interested in how you feel about the matter. So you continue to use my pain against me. Oh, thanks for the correction. That says something that's clicking on my head and I say, ask Desh if it's a male or a female. Yes, Desh, but you hit the nail on the head. I'm telling you. And you hit the nail on the head. When a partner going to use your pain against you, the partner that is supposed to protect you, love you, nurture you, guard you against your hurt. That person takes that hurt from past and the present and use it against you. What you tell me? Say, you tell me something about my business. You tell me, say, right there and then, say, no, what? Go about your business because me I always take your pain and use against you. right? As someone always talk about, you don't do that. When something means something to somebody, and it's at a place where they feel so hurt and disgusted by this thing that happened to them, and you, the person who is closest to them, that is supposed to sit with them, cover them, help them get through the situation, taking that same situation and using against them, you're wicked. You're just as wicked, right? And you are then telling that person that, you know what, don't trust me. Don't trust me because I'm going to take a situation that you tell me and use it against you. That's what you're telling the person. So the person now going to start confiding in somebody else. And this is I'm not justifying anything, or I'm not giving anything the right to happen. But this is really and truly how cheating starts for some people. This is really and truly how cheating starts for some people. Like I said before, I'm not justifying anything, and I'm not saying that it's right. But we have to be real. People cheat for different reasons, and this is one of them. If they don't feel protected by their partner. And it's one of those reasons that are number one reasons that are overlooked. You get what I say? Just because it sounds so simple, people overlook it. But people cheat for that. Desh says it's quite painful when you share facts about yourself in the name of vulnerability for them to come back and use it against you. Can I tell you? And it's not even just vulnerability. You are just at the point in your relationship where you feel like, I can you should be able to at least literally sit with your partner and speak to them and say to them, I'm going through this, I'm feeling some type of way about this situation or whatever. It's innate. You are supposed to naturally do that once you decide to settle down with a person, right? Naturally, it should come like that, where your partner becomes that safe space, that safe haven. And then now, when you find out that that partner that is supposed to be a safe space and safe haven is like an enemy to you, you don't want to talk to them about anything. You don't want to tell them. And for me a girl, we're very feisty. I'm very rank when it comes onto my emotions. And me, I'm not normal when somebody hurt my feelings. I don't normal because guess what? I come back very quick. I bounce back very quick. So when you throw a blow at me, I don't know, but something that my head tick like this, and I throw back a blow at you. And that is how hurt comes in relationships. So sometimes relationships don't even break up because of cheating, because that's one of the common ways. So people think that's the only way people can break up. For some particular reason, people think that's that. But people break up too because they keep hurting each other, right? And there's no forgiveness in it. Like for me, I don't get over things easily. I don't. And if you continue to hurt me, you're just adding fire to the fury when we never get over it. You know, give me the time to get over the first one, and you send the second one for me. People are like me. There are a lot of people out there that are like me, that you literally carry things for a very long time. And that's just me. I do carry things for a very long time. It's not like I do it intentionally. I don't try to keep it on me, but I do carry it. It happens to me. And I know that there are persons out there like me that it happens to. So how do you deal with a partner like that? You don't come and you consistently hurt them when they don't get over the first hurt yet. You're sending them away to go find somebody else. You understand me? You're saying to them now, it don't make sense to stay with me now because I'm going to continue to add more hurt to your hurt where you already have. Know what I'd say? That not say no, but that only make the matter worse. So these are the things that I definitely do see myself staying into a relationship with. If a partner knows him hurt me, if a partner knows he has ill intentions towards me, and then him not try to do nothing about it, that hurt me. And I feel like that is so bad for me to even sit in a situation like that. Why am I going to stay with a partner who consistently hurts me and expects that I'm supposed to forgive them all the time for something that they're consistently doing? Stress me out, give me pain in my heart. You know, our relationship take a lot out of you, and then me must sit down in the pain plus the only things where the relationship take out of me. No, that tree not growing on my face. No, sir. Desh says it's quite painful when you share facts about yourself in the name. Oh, that's the same thing. Kaz Music says, After all, no tree not grow in a face. No tree not grow in my face. And no donkey never bite me. Dog bite me, but my foot get better. No donkey never bite me. I'm not an ugly girl. You understand me? So I don't see why I should sit with a man that does not add value to my life. Instead, you take my happiness, my freedom, my vulnerability, and you just throw it through the window. You know that some persons go into relationships to hurt people because they were hurt from a previous relationship. Them say, oh, I don't care about nobody else. Me I go hurt you. And sometimes they tell us, sometimes the man them tell you, sometimes the women them tell you, and you still feel like you don't want to play superhero and go jump up in a them relationship there. No. If them tell you from the get-go who they are and you don't like what you hear, don't try to look past it because they like the person. Baby love, them not going to change. They tell you, them warn you, where you are go up in that go do. Get run before you start to feel something. Run. No go up into that. Them tell you, when you hear them tell you loud and clear, and you feel some type of way about it. Them legit tell you how them stay. It's not about to look past it. Look at it as a warning. Eagle says this is some toxic level mess we're talking about, and that is why we're talking about it, because a lot of people are going through this toxicity and is sitting in it. Me see it happen every day. It hurt me to the core when I see that people can do better and them sit down in a one situation where the only thing it do is carry you down to ground zero. You can go into a relationship with some high level of confidence, and you have some type of power, and you have some type of drive to achieve greatness. And when you go into that relationship, it sucks that life out of you. That's why we're having this conversation tonight, because it is not right. And if you are sitting in a relationship like that, you need to let it go. Me always tell people, my foot is light. My foot light bad. If me see something where suck out the life out of me, me run. Because if you're consistently sucking from my emotional bank, but you're not recharging my battery, you no need for them in my life. You don't need to be a part of me. You don't need to share in the resources that I am creating. You understand? Hurt people. I was said that in the last live dash. Hurt people. But some people make that saying look like a form of justification. Me for tell you. Just because hurt people doesn't mean that it's right. It's not right. And there are some persons who hurt people unintentionally. Still doesn't make it right. If you know that you're not over something, do not go into somebody else with it. And if you're going to talk to somebody else, make sure you cut off certain things where will cause you to hurt the person. And if you know you're going genuinely can't cut off certain things, do not talk to the person. Because you're only sending another person in society to continue the cycle. And it coming like HIV. I was watching this video with this person the other way, which is why cheating is a no-go for me. Other person's experiences. And can I tell you, you will be in a relationship and you are with a person that just decides to just go outside and cheat on you, catch HIV and come give it to you. You never do nothing forget it, But the person that you are with did something. And that's why you seem so tense when it comes on to relationship and cheating. I don't look at it lightly. It's a very dangerous thing. And it's very bad for people to play with people's emotions like that. It's very bad. So I was watching this video, and this young lady is saying her husband, she was married, and her husband went outside of the relationship, and he knew he had HIV/AIDS and gave it to her, the wife, that was sitting home waiting on her husband to come home. How do you protect yourself from something like that? That's probably another topic that we need to talk about on here. How do you protect yourself against partners who are cheating that leave you vulnerable to HIV? Right? And him have the nerve, did he even admit That's something, that's a life-changing event. You never get over that. You don't get to heal from that. And that is why cheating, I'm always tell people, it can never be right. It never make for stay, so we never created for that. You understand? We never created for a share partner with partner. We never created for that. When God did create Adam, him create one Eve. One Adam was created and one Eve was created. Which means that one woman to a man. I went you see what I tell you? Sin brought all of this into the world. And that's just the reality of it. But it's not right. That's a wickedness. Of course, a wickedness. And women do it too. Women do it to men. And that is why one of my favorite movies of all times is that movie of Temptation. It teaches you so much about relationship. Like a real thing going in that movie there. That's why I love Tyler Perry movies. He's very literal and you know, realistic. Because that is the life of the black community, for true. Temptations, that movie with Temptations, where the girl, because good men, let's say this, men are out there that consider themselves to be good, right? And there are men who are saying that they're good men and they get mistreated by women. There's no such thing as good man and good woman. There's no such thing as perfection. But you can be good for your partner. When you're saying you're a good man, or the woman is saying she's a good woman, you're saying that you're perfect. And nobody's perfect. But then again, that's my opinion. Nobody's perfect. All our way have bad in a way. Every single one of us have bad in a way. So you can go out there and label yourself as good man and good woman. But why I'm saying this is that there are some men out there who are saying that they're good men, and women don't like good men. They always like the bad boys, the bad guys. Like Mary J. Blige, she sang in her song. Guys, I love to sing. So if you see me singing at intervals, don't laugh after me. Just cheer me on and give me a little hope. You understand me? So Mary J. Blige in her song says, bad boys ain't no good. Dun, 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 dun. Good boys ain't no fun. And Lord knows that I should run off with the right one. Hey, me and Mr. Wrong get along so good, even though he breaks my heart so bad. We've got a special thing going on. Listen, why I sing that song a while ago is that there are certain things in a so-called bad man that is very good and they'll never do to a woman. And when the so-called good men get a good woman, so-called good, they do so many things that are bad to them and they don't even know. I'm telling you something. Bad man really treat woman good for you, you know? The one that when them quote unquote call bad. They really treat woman good for you, you know? And the good man, them the so-called good man, them will prepare, put on yourself proper and go on nice and everything. Is either on a boring or you guys overlook situations that are bothering the woman. Right? I can't speak for men because I am not a man. I'm a female. So I can only speak from the female end of things. The men on this live, I see 3 wonderful men on here. You can help a girl out by sharing what you think about the situation. So Nicholas Craig says, singer, laugh out loud, stop it now, man. Chop, pop my collar. And then Nicholas Craig also said, but for real though, it seems that the general trend is that girls go for the hype. I'm a guy. Hype type of guy. I think so. I think that's what you're saying. And overlook the guys with good intentions. And I lie. And that is because the guys, them, will come with a kind of hype. They're the kind of flair that them come with good things too. And it's often the good things that women are looking for in a man. You understand me? Believe me when I tell you, say bad guys fall in love too. Every O of them tick a bush. There's that one woman that can make that bad guy turn good. And they know them. The guys know them, and then you'll never be able. And like I said, every O of them tick a bush. You can change a man. A man can change for you if he wants to, and a woman can change for you if she wants to. But you have to treat the partner with the utmost care and respect that they're looking for. And your partner tell you, if your partner tell you what them want, do what them want, not do what you feel like you want to do. Because the moment you do what you feel like you want to do, you lose the partner's interest in you. So nobody go on like say you know everything and you know how relationship go and you know how to fix the relationship. No. If your partner tell us them want this, do that. If your partner say go get someone why you fix the part with you fix that. Don't tell the partner say, no, but you need to whatever or me need for this and that, me know what me need for fix. No, you don't know. That's why your partner tell you, because if you didn't know, you wouldn't do it for offend your partner in the first place. Right? So all we need to do is to listen to our partners. So that's another no for me. If a person doesn't listen to me, my emotions, and don't take the time out to learn me, then that's a no for me. If I see that you're trying, then fine. But if no, some good guys are the worst guys. A chudesh. And if I tell you, some so-called good guys, them sometimes model themselves as good guys when really and truly they're not. They want to think that they are, but their characteristic speaks differently. So some of them are the worst, and that is just fact right there. Nicholas Craig said, true. What did he say again? And overlook the guys. Well, there are some, and there's a reason for that, guys. There's a reason for that. You see, the bad guys, they're always exciting. They're always exciting. Them always come with fun, laughter, joy. That is something I can say on the woman's end. And the good guys, them always reluctant and feel like them goodness go and carry them through the entire relationship. But that not work, me I tell you. That not work. Because to make a relationship work, you have to come with the spice. Spice not come with boring. Spice not come with boredom. So you have to keep the relationship spicy. Ego. It depends on the cultural and religious perspective. People do practice polygamy, and that's what I'm saying. Then again, that's my opinion, right? People do practice polygamy, but that doesn't mean that it's right. I'm a firm believer in the Bible, right? I'm a firm believer in the Bible, and I live by that. So I'm in a business about people who want to practice polygamy. It is not right. It is not right. Nicholas Craig said, I don't think anyone should go in relationship with the hopes of changing the guy. Exactly. By a certain age, the frontal lobe fully developed. True. Don't go in there with the hopes of changing the guy, because if the guy don't want change, you can't change him. That's why I say a guy will change for the person who he wants to change for, and a female will likewise do the same. But we must not go into a relationship expecting that we can change this person or fix this person. We are not fix a man. We are not Bob the Builder. I know we construct them so we can't fix them. Right? They have to fix themselves. Guys who are just joining, I hope that you're enjoying the conversation so far. And don't forget to show some love by hitting the like. I'm going to say if you don't come here and not subscribe yet, won't I wait pan or if I'm going to subscribe and come back. All right. So let's continue. Cause music says sugar spice and everything nice. Yes. Yes. Eagle says, sing out, girl. You well I know you can sing. Listen, Eagle. Eagle, where you at me up for? Me try. Yeah, but listen to me. The good guys oftentimes come with some serious faults and flaws. And it's what we would call AKA mama man. And the worst thing that to a woman. A woman doesn't like a mama man. So that's a no-go for me too. Me not like mama man. And if I see mama man tendencies in people and they're not trying to change, then I'm not trying to change you. That's what I said. And they're not trying to change, then that's a no-go for me. I will leave a relationship for that. Right? If a man show me say he's a mama man, I will leave a relationship for that. Because I am dating someone to settle down for the long term. So we might end up getting married. That's what I date for. I don't date, and I am very peculiar in selecting my person that I think I should spend the rest of my life with. That's why make sure that me and the early marriage thing not going to work out, because I have to make sure that the person that I am going to get married to is the one and only person. I don't intend to get married and then divorce and then come again. That the left enough for me, right? Who exactly is a mama man? That's a very good question, because I don't think a lot of persons know this. A mama man is somebody who trace them woman like them a girl. A mama man is someone who talks over things that they do for their spouse. A mama man is someone who consistently reminds their spouse about something negative that happened in their life, that was a sensitive topic, a sensitive issue to them, and them still continue to remind them about it. That's a mama man. You have mama woman too, but it's expected of woman to be like that, but it's not expected of men to be like that. And that's it. I know some of you are going to say that it's unfair, but it's the reality. A man not supposed to do this and a man not supposed to do that. Of course, society dictated all of that. But if you really look at it though, men think differently from women. So things that women would have done, man not supposed to do it. Right? And that's just one of them. So those are just some of the mama man traits that I know about. If you know about more, you can share it in the chat with me. Nicholas said, laugh out loud, gender equality, not no name so. Not no name so. Women will never be able to be like men, and men will never be able to be like women. Never. No care how much transgender surgery them do, men will never be able to be like women. Never. And you know, a thing is going on now where men are dressing like females so good now that you legit will look on some of them and think that they're real females. So men, you also have to be careful. You have to be careful. Another no-go for me in a relationship is that I cannot take misers. I can't take the meanness. I can't take the meanness. Like I was sharing on my live one of the nights, I think it was the last live or the prior live before that. This person invited me out on a date. And I went. Mark, you know, them time here, I wasn't driving or anything. I had to take the bus, and it was night. And me never work neither, because I'm a university student at that. And I had the last $1,000 in my name, separate and apart from my fare to go and come. I live far from Kingston, so you know the fare off. And I went on the so-called date, and the person only took 2,000, I think 2,500 on the date, and tell me, you know, so I must eat anything when I want on the menu. By the time me done order and bill supposed to pay, me I get to understand say I might have to go pay for dessert because it wasn't in the budget. So you know, me never even bother going to other place with that the person there, and they had the nerve to invite me out again, you know. They had the nerve. At the time, I think it's Triple Century. The restaurant was nice though. The restaurant was good. But when the bill for pay, listen, the person had the nerve to ask me out again. Yeah, me? Me? Nope, 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 nope. You don't invite me on date and expect me to pay. So that's a no-go for me. If you're mean, let me be the mean one. Because me a woman, me supposed to mean. Because we handle the finances better, them say. Right? We handle the finances better. So let me be the mean one. You know mean. You know come to me with meanness. You're mad. Cause music said, I would have said they would laugh. Don't laugh after me. Don't laugh after me. Cause music says, wait, him invite you out, laugh out loud. Yes, him invite me out, good, good, good. I'm put on my nice dress, everything, and gone to, you know, invite me out, good, good. Desh says, laugh out loud. Eagle says, but we can't say someone's religious and cultural practice is wrong because it's different from your stance. No, like I said to you, I am a firm believer of the Bible, and in the religion that I believe in, it is wrong, right? a one God, not many other gods. So I don't know which God them serve, but the God when me serve, that on one part of it. Nicholas Craig says, him jump off in a deep end. May I tell you, may I tell you, I'm not one of those girls who when they invite me to a restaurant, I take my time, I eat, or I order small portions because I'm afraid, no. You invite me out to a restaurant, I expect me I go there go eat. I not go on like my social, so I don't want the food to eat. I want the food. I want the food. And if you tell me for order anything, I come, hey, I go with my hungry belly too. Because you invite me to a restaurant for eat. So I can't go to a restaurant with my belly full. Right? So I go with my empty belly. So you better prepare to feed me. Alright, so Nicholas Craig says, you should have given him another chance though. Maybe he was having a tough week financially. And that's what I'm saying, Nicholas Craig. Tell me say you have a tough week. Tell me say right now your finances them not in check, but in the future, baby love me and tell you say you go good. Tell me that now. But not tell me say if you order anything off the menu like you have it. Like you come prepared, armed and dangerous to pay for anything. You understand? If you go fall short, tell me say Sean, me might fall short and you probably have to catch me up. But we good with that. Like me say to you, say, I don't talk to guys with money. I don't normally end up talking to guys with a lot of money. So therefore that should tell you that I don't look for that in a relationship. That's not what I look for. I look for personality. But if I don't have it, tell me because I don't like to feel deceived. I don't like to feel deceived. And I think that's a lot of things with the so-called good guys. Them begin the relationship with deception. And women don't like to feel deceived. Right? So I think that was a no-go for me. And as a result of that, it led me to think that this person was mean. So even if he never mean, just the old demeanor and how he went about the situation felt like he was a miser. And counting tax and everything. No, I'm not doing something there. God's music say, why a week? Eagle say, mama, woman, they call them skettles. Wait, said I'm calling mama. Okay, so Eagle corrected me. They call the mama women skettles. Alright? Nice and good skettles. Alright. But real and true though. Me no want, no, me tell you, the cheating, the instability. Me no want a man where me have to go fix like me a surgeon. Me and a surgeon. Me can't sew you and fix you together. The confusion on me cannot work. So if you're confused, leave a girl like me alone. Leave a girl like me alone because right about now we don't have time for the chaos. Especially in 2020 was enough chaos for my lifetime. Me no need no more. 2020 was enough. And I think 2020 was enough for a lot of people. So let us stop wasting each other's time. I don't want a time waster. You see, non-ambitious people, non-ambitious men, I do not find interest in those persons. So if somebody even look like they don't have ambition, and I'm talking to that person, because I've been in situations where people prejudged the person who I spoke to. And the person I've appeared so, and that is what I saw. I saw through the outside appearance of what other persons saw. And I saw the mind and took the mind for what it was. Right? We must look at people and judge them, but there are really some time wasters out there, and I am not in for it. The moment I'm talking to you and I realize that you're wasting my time, I'm not gonna sit with it. Some could have love you like cook food. Well, could have love you from yesterday till the morning. We could have love you from 10 years back. I'm not sit down and wait. Oh, this is another thing. If I am married, if I'm dating you to eventually get married, and you don't have marriage in your mind, me can't go talk to you. Because you are gonna make me sit down and waste my time. You understand? Not saying that you only look to get married from a relationship, but that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Shouldn't it be? Right? Isn't settle down a goal? Growing with this person, building with this person. It's the easier life, you know? I don't know why people are complicating things. It's the easier life. When two come together, it's more armed and dangerous than one. Right? So if I am dating you and you have no intentions of getting married, what may I do with you? You're going to waste my time for however long. I am not one of those persons who believe that I should sit in a relationship with somebody for 11, 12, 13, goodness gracious, 20 years with 3 pitney or 5 pitney, and you're still not married to me. If you're not married to me, that means there's something in me that you don't see, that you want. You don't feel like I am the one. You don't make up your mind yet. If I'm me, right? I'm not going to sit with somebody who can't make up their mind if it's me them want to settle down with. Because that is telling you, that's a clear sign, you know. That's a clear sign that you just don't have something that the person wants. And it can also mean that the person have been through experiences or have seen stuff, situations that have scarred their mindset about certain things. But if that is the case, then I have to kick that dirt. That's a no-go for me. Because I'm not going to sit around and waste time with somebody who doesn't see me as the wife he would settle down with, right? I don't know if anybody on here shares the same sentiments, but that is just genuinely how I feel. Why should I waste time building with you and you eventually don't want that from me? Desh says, people frightened when them find out, say them have options. Yes, and but the reality of it, you know, all of we have options. Everybody have options. And I don't mean what I'm going to say now, I don't mean it in any way of a disrespect, right? But I am trying to, let me see if I can say it the best way as possible. Nobody is an ugly person, right? Nobody's ugly. But there are persons who are, come out of my light box, go. But there are persons who are less fortunate in terms of looks. Let me put it that way, right? And they find love, they find people who want to settle down with them, and them happy, them live happily ever after. So why pretty people go through the most dramas? Pretty people go through the most dramas. And so I don't wish to be one of those persons who are going to sit around in that drama, you know, for the rest of my life and waste my time with this person who cannot figure out if I am the one that they want to be with. I see people get married in 3 months and them relationship going well, right? So those who are going to say time don't have anything to do with it, it really doesn't, for real. But I'm not sit down with you for 10 years before you can figure out if I'm the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with. No. Eagle says, chance that date experience not that bad. Tell you a joke. I've been out with a guy before. He only always takes me to the park. That's a nice way to put it. Laugh out loud. Desha tried. He only always take you to the park. Park alone. We want to get to know you right through the park. That worse than my date. At least me didn't forget eat little food. Cause the music says that 3 months something they do no sir. Cause music me not believe in it either. That is not enough time to get to know somebody, but people do it and it works for them. I don't think it would work for me. I don't think it would have worked for me because my foot so light and easy for walk. Him soon park you. Nana Marie Martin, can I tell you to him always a carry she go park? Him so park her for true. But to be honest though, let's be real. I know that we're here talking and speaking and stuff like that, but I know that some of us have settled for situations that no longer served us. I have, right? What was the breaking point? What caused you to decide that, hey, you know what? It's time for me to leave this messy situation. What was the breaking point for you? Why you saw it fit to leave that situation? This says, Eagle must bird watching him did always want to do. A true. I must bird watching for true because we care somebody go park all the time go do. Cause music say, well, I guess there are special cases, but that's not me. Right, and it's not me either. but people do it and it works. So that's their story, and that definitely won't be my story. That's theirs. First of all, me know an easy person to deal with. Me know that. I'm not the easiest person to deal with, and that's just the honest truth. But it takes a particular type of personality to deal with mine. And when I see people trying to work with that personality, then I can say, all right, that person are really worth giving the try. You understand? A person really worth giving a try. And sometimes when you go on the dates, you have to test the persons to see if this is somebody you would try with. Because I better you see the red flags from early than for make them pass. Some people are okay with common law marriage because they don't want the system in their business. Understood that too, but I'm just saying, there are people who are good with that, but I am not one of them. Right? There are always exceptions to all these different rules. Some people even believe that it's a way for the society to control you and blah blah blah, but whatever. But that's their belief, and I'm not going to impose mine on them. But for me, I'm not going to sit in a relationship for 20, 30 years before this man decide if he want to get married to me. No. You're not hold me hostage so long. No. And if you see me as a person to build with, why not just make it legal and done? I mean, we're already doing it. And furthermore, giving the legality to the situation opens the opportunity for many more doors. So why not just make it legal and done? You understand? Some people afraid of commitment. Some people are very afraid of commitment, and marriage coming like a death road for some persons. But I mean, the ultimate goal of dating should be for marriage, in my opinion. There are persons who are having different opinions, and that's good and clear. We all have differing opinions. But my goal is that if I'm dating you, I should date for marriage. I've been in a relationship, and this is why I say when you see the red flags from the get-go, leave. Do not let them get worse. I've been in a relationship, and I have seen the red flags from the beginning of the relationship, from before the relationship got to relationship. I saw red flags. Overlooked the red flags when the relationship went into what it was, materialized into what it was. For years, I still saw those same red flags that I saw in the beginning, no change. And we see them, that's why I said to you, say, we always see the red flags, and we decide nonetheless to stay in them, because this person was someone who consistently abandoned me. If there was an argument, this person gone about in business and leave me. Luckily, I was always an independent girl. I'm never yet gone nowhere without my get vex money, because no man now go embarrass me and left me a road for shame. Not one. Me not see the one where God do it to me yet. You understand? Me not give a man that the opportunity there for do that to me. So I'm always I go with my get back money. If me don't budget in the get back money and I don't have it, me not going, because you not gonna get up and go and left me and make me stay there by myself. I have to fend for myself. Right? So that is a no-go for me too, but I have been in a situation, and that is why it became a no-go, because I have been in a situation where it happened to me. And I not make it happen to me again. I not see red flags and overlook them. And if me even see them and overlook them, for how long? You understand me? For how long is this person willing to improve on those red flags? Is this person willing to change? Or they're going to continue to be the same person? If my sister them will be the same person, why that I tell me, sis, and bro, that I tell me something leave. I'm not gonna stay with anybody who doesn't know what they want. Right? That's a waste of my time. And you shouldn't either. Desh says marriage is beautiful. My opinion, it really is. I enjoy going to weddings. I enjoy eating cake. I enjoy seeing the bride and the groom playing the different games and whatever. I love that. If it was up to me, I would want all marriages to work. Right? But some people get married under false pretense, unfortunately. But marriages are beautiful. I love to see family. I know what family did for me. I know what it meant to have both parents in my life. I know what it did for me. And I envision the same thing for myself. I teach students who also have that type of nuclear family. And the students with nuclear families normally function way more civilized than the students with, civilized is too strong of a word, let me see, way better, or they function under more order than those of probably single parents or extended families, right? So I know what that does for somebody, and that's what I really want for my future children. I want that stability for my life. So that's why I date for marriage. People opinions are different, but that's just mine. If you're just joining the live, guys, and you haven't liked the live as yet, we are well pan. Hit the like on the live. Leave your comments in the chat and we go talk about it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. All right, we talk about big things around here. All right, so Eagle says, oh, that I read that one already. So Donna Marie Martin says, is the system that bad? I mean, they'll be sitting in sin for years and be cool with that. But then again, Donna, and everybody believe in a God and everybody believe in sin. Not everybody believe in that. But for me, who I am a Christian, not a perfect one, working on it. I will never be perfect, but I'm consistently evolving each day. I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. I believe in one God. I believe that Jesus came to die for our sins. I believe in that, you know. And sin is not something I intend to divulge in all the time. And if I do, because we do sin every day, that's just the reality. So getting married won't take me out of sin. But fornication is a sin that I don't want to be in for the rest of my life. Right? If at least me get married and we have problem, we work out the same way. But fornication is not something I want to indulge in for the rest of my life. Nor do I want, when I get married, to commit adultery. Right? These are sins that I just don't want to associate myself with. And though all sins are the same sins, whether you sin this way, that way, any whatever way, God will forgive you once your heart condition is right. That's my belief. But I have to do something. I have to give God something to work with. I can't just sit around and expect God to do these things and I don't give him something to work with. So if I make the effort to fix that, then he'll more than likely hear my prayer and help. Right? I know I don't want to get all religious on y'all, because I know that someone might not believe. But I'm just telling you that the God I serve has been working for me over and over and over in my life. So I know I'm real, and that's just my belief. Nicholas Craig says, my reason left my last relationship because it was compromising my relationship with God. OMG. If you thought that one more time, I'm going to get, listen, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, because not many persons are willing to do that. Not many persons have the strength nor the courage to do that. So you see, I tell you that people leave for different reasons. People leave relationships. And for somebody compromising your relationship with God, that was definitely worth the leave. Because that is not something you should compromise with. Things and times I get too serious. Look on 2020. I'm sure 2021 won't be much better. So now is the time for us to even get closer to God. Desh says CM, so that's right. Desh says wedding cake slaps. People do become hand fastened or do other ceremonial events to solidify their bond. I am aware of that too. That's their belief, right? What I can't understand is young people using the excuse that we are young to avoid commitment. You can't even blame them, because the society that they live in accepts that. The society that they live in tells them that it's okay for that to happen, right? So you can't tell them, so what am I doing wrong? That's just, they chose that type of lifestyle. They chose it, right? They see that as life. They see that as their journey. And so who are we to tell them that you're not doing this right, you're not doing that, whatever. It's their choice at the end of the day. And if that's the life or the path that they chose for themselves, they were born in a society that makes it acceptable. So I guess it's just natural for them to just appreciate it and take it as the norm. But for me, we all have our different beliefs, and that is one thing that we were blessed with, and that was freedom of choice. And we can choose to believe that, we can choose to believe that, we can choose to believe that, we can choose whatever we want to believe, we can choose to believe it, because we do have the freedom of choice, thankfully, right? So we have the opportunity to choose right from wrong. And it applies to everything in our life, including relationship. Including relationship. I am not going to sit down in a 10-year relationship with somebody who constantly does me harm all for the sake of love. I'm not going to do it. As a matter of fact, it's not even going to get to 10 years. I'm not going to do it. And if you consistently use me and abuse me and expect that in the sake of love, I'm going to stay with you, shit. You obviously don't know who you deal with. You get me wrong. You read me wrong. I am not going to stay with somebody who consistently uses and abuses me. That's a no-go for me. Another no-go for me in a relationship is physical abuse. Mental, physical, spiritual, all types of abuse is a no-no for me. Right? Is a no-no for me. Eagle says, some marriage never make for work. It's true, and not all persons were made or created to be married either. People suffer pain, trauma, and sometimes death because the church told them to stay and work things out. Exactly. And for me, listen, sweetie, God give us wisdom and understanding. If your sister the marriage, you think say me I go sit down in our marriage where one man consistently take up him and beat out me hell. Every day, morning, noon, and night, me I get lick. You think me I gonna stay in something like that? Just because of what the church says. Me nah stay in that. God give you wisdom and understanding to know that when that dead situation dead, you leave it alone and go about your business. Me nah stay in that. Me nah stay in that. Not saying I'm going to leave and go talk to somebody else. Right? Me go leave. Keep myself to myself. And when you go talk to somebody else, then me go. But me I make you do it first. You understand me? So I am not going to stay in a marriage just for the sake of me being a Christian and I'm married to you. God gave all of us wisdom and choices. If you want to stay in that situation, that was your choice. Nobody else's choice. And another thing, we shouldn't let anybody else dictate how a relationship will go. Especially if they're not in the situation or the type of, they're not living the type of life that you want. Because then you'll be taking advice from somebody who don't know what you want. Right? Desh says, it disgusts me. No one should experience abuse, especially physical abuse. Exactly. At the worst, at the worst, at the worst, at the worst, at the worst. And when I see people that get beat up and them sit down and them take it. You know that there are persons who believe that when them get beaten, it's a show of affection. There are persons who believe that it's a form of showing affection to them when you beat them. Me not sit down and take it. I'm sorry. I was so. I'm not sit down and take it. I am not going to let anybody abuse me and feel like it's okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. And if you are in a relationship where that is happening, it is not okay. End it now. End it fast. Right? End it quick, 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 quick. One thing we know about COVID-19, and COVID-19 exposed a lot of false relationships. Relationships that were not going anywhere to begin with. COVID-19 show them say this. And as we're on the topic and line of what would cause us to leave a relationship, anybody will feel like them want to come control me, that not go work. Nobody won't get the authority to control me. Me and your gig, You don't just get up and things say you decide to say, alright, anything else tell me I got here. No. At 2 we in this. You have to hear me and me hear you too. It takes two to make a relationship work. And if the relationship is only one-sided and it's only one person benefiting from it, it's not a relationship. It's a situationship. It's a convenience ship. Not a relationship, because you and I are not relating. You decide to do a thing on your own. Nobody will control me. I'm so sorry. I am not a game. I'm not a toy. You don't just decide when you're going to tell me to move and I move, or when I should jump and I jump. No. Efforts should be reciprocated. Whatever you give to me, you'll get from me. That's how I see it. So that's a no-go for me. That's one of the reasons I would call a relationship quits. And as if this person is trying to control me. That's a sign that that person is abusive. That's one of the signs that can tell you that that person is probably an abusive person. And like I said earlier, abuse is a no-go for me. That's a no-go for me. And if you're going to abuse me, might as well you go on about your business, because obviously there's something with me why you always feel like you need to have me as a beating stick when I mesh well with you. So go and find the perfect person for you. And you know what else I'm not going to tolerate? Somebody with split personalities. Because then I have to ask you, which one are you there so today? How am I going to deal with that? You know, just get up and feel like you want to deal with me today. And you're so inconsistent with the effort. Like today you feel nice. Like it's me, you love me today, then tomorrow you don't feel like you love me anymore. You're confused. But that's a no-go for me. Right? That's a no-go for me. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a confused individual. Someone who ultimately don't even know what they want out of a person. Why would I be in that? Waste my time. What am I doing at that? Eagle says, paranoid about marriage, honestly, but don't want to be a pessimist for the hopeful. Eagle, and if I tell you say a lie, you tell me feel so sometimes. I'm not going to lie you. I feel that way sometimes too, but I'm not going to make what I see happening deter me from what I see, the positives I see from it. There are some very severe negative parts of it, I'm telling you. And that is why I live by the stance. When my partner and I will be getting married, whoever that person will be, because we can't tell the future, we can't foretell the future. But whenever the person and I will be getting married, he have to come with something and me go with something. The two will have to contribute something to the marriage. Nobody not going to go to the marriage empty-handed. Me not gonna be a burden bearer to nobody. I'm not want nobody be a burden bearer for me. We have to carry something to the table, and that's why when people do prenuptial agreements, I'm not against it. I am for prenuptial agreements. That means we sign to what we bring in other relationship. We sign to what we bring. I don't know why in Jamaica people afraid to do these things. I don't know why. I don't know why in Jamaica we look at it as such a well, like we're signing over our life. If you bring something to the table, you sign for your things where you bring to the table, so if something go wrong, you at least secure where you carry. And the female does the same thing. So if something is supposed to go wrong, you at least secure what you brought, what you brought to the foundation. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody wins. Because if you bring something and I bring something, everybody wins. You got what you brought into the relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. So there is that option too. So getting married is not like you're signing over your life to this person. There's something called prenuptial agreement that will save your assets for you and will save his assets for him. Whatever you guys build into the marriage, gonna split that between the two of them. But nobody not going to end up empty-handed, because you already secure what you brought into the relationship and the person secure that he brought into the relationship. And I always say that my partner and I cannot just come into the marriage as a blank slate, not have nothing to give. And what am I going to do, sign over my life to a life of poverty? I'm not about a life. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you realize that I talk about finance. Finance is a big topic on my channel, right? It's a big deal. Finance is a big deal for me. And if a man is coming into the relationship and is not financially stable or knows how to work with money, that's a no-go for me too. Because I'm only going to have a spendthrift that doesn't know how to protect the finances of the family. I look into that too. So if you don't have a control of how much money you spend from your earnings, that's a no-go for me. I know it might sound simple, but it's a big deal to me. All right, and I guess everybody has their big deal. Eagle says, rather be rather be a free bird like the ones in the park the boy used to take me to see. Eagle, why is that? Is it that you son experience that probably made you bitter against it, or is it just that you just don't feel like marriage is your thing? What is it? Is it for a particular reason, or you just literally don't feel like marriage is for you? Because there are some people who don't feel like marriage is for them, not because of any particular reason, but they just don't feel like, it's for them. So is it that you don't feel like it's for you, or your son experience that made you bitter against it? Desh said, same. My partner has to have financial intelligence. If you ever know how serious that is, money make people and people hate each other, The lack of it, that is. Let them hate each other. Broke and poverty and poor make people miserable. And I don't want that for my life. So if I'm going to look at my partner and say the only place he might carry me is down poverty lane, me not stay. Me not stay, because me not go come into this relationship with all this knowledge and all this lifting. And me have to go lift my burden plus your burden. No, I can't. I can't stay with that. And another no-go for me is if I am speaking to someone and he's not close with his mom. No-go for me. My grandmother always tell me, and Lord, I love that woman because she's so filled with knowledge about these things. My grandmother always says, if you are talking to a man and he doesn't have a good relationship with his mom, how will he treat you? And I've never forgot that lesson to this day. She said, if you are going to talk to a guy and he's not close with his mom, how will he know how to treat you? Being that his mom would have been the first woman he experienced in terms of to take care of. How will he know to treat you? The same way how him treat him mother, I say him will treat you. I'ma never forget that. I'ma live on this earth for the 20 odd years I've been here. And I've seen it played out time and time again where persons speak to people, overlook situations with the male and his mom. And they ended up in situations where the man treat them way worse. Way worse. You understand me? And so we have to take that into consideration as females. How will the man treat you? Look at how him treats his mother. If him treats his mother good, you know you're going to get good treatment. Alright, not saying that he's going to put you over his mom. That will never happen. Just understand, say your female place different from your place. And nothing wrong with that. Because me love my mother going to bed. And I'm a female. So if a male love his mother and him love his mother different, you can't go put it and say, him to love you more than his mother. You'd be crazy. You never brought him into the world. So those are some of the things that I personally, I consider them to be a no-go in a relationship. Like, I absolutely will not stay with a person who is not financially stable. That's a number one factor for me. I will not stay with a person who is a cheater, consistent cheater at that, because people make mistakes. And I'm not saying that we will not forgive people for making mistakes. But you don't cheat 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You should try to make an improvement. You understand me? You make the mistake once. If you make it twice, 3 times, 4 times, that means you don't intend to change, and that's just how you will be for the rest of the life, because I saw you see it. And if I can't change in this momentary situation, you're not going to be able to change ever again, because if you go back and do it again, you're only going to get better. So cheating is a no-go for me. Liars. Oh gosh, liars will not work for me either. If you just lie gone to bed, well, imagine what lies you're going to tell me. I just can't deal with that. And alcoholics, drug addicts, I am not gonna stay with people like that. I don't care who you be. I don't care what you want to have. Because whatever you can give me, I can get for myself. I can buy the things I want for myself. So I don't talk to people for the things that they can provide for me. I don't. Right? And those are just no situations for me. A man now go come tell me like a bag of lie. I'ma catch him in the lie them. I'ma say, oh baby, I forgive you for that today. Everything you come with, I forgive you. So you just get better and better at it. And you'll never change. I don't want that for myself. Right? And nobody should settle for something like that. So yeah, those are my few my few pointers as to what I would have used to leave a relationship. And if you have an interesting topic that you would like me to discuss here on Naturally Candid with the Power Chat with Shan, let me know in the chat section so I can ready myself for that and come on here to have that discussion. Let me know in the chat section if you have a topic that you definitely want to get out of your system, that you want to discuss, that you want to just let out in the atmosphere. It's always been a burning thing that you want to talk about and you never really had the space to do it. Come over here to Naturally Candid and let us discuss it. All right. So that is it for me tonight. I don't know about y'all. It's Friday. Whatever you want to do, you can, because you have the weekend to thank for that. I am so thankful that you came. Eagle says, not bitter against marriage at all. I'm all for it when I see people find true love, but I don't think it's for me at all. Who knows? Let's see. I had a friend who once thought that she was not made for marriage. I had a friend who also thought that she wasn't. The same friend didn't even think she was worthy of being a mother. She's now married with her child. And I am just happy and elated that that happened, because she did write it off completely. Said that wouldn't have been a part of her story. Right? So let us see, Eagle. Maybe, who knows, maybe next year, Mr. Right propose to you and you're going married. And don't forget to invite Naturally Candid so I can come enjoy the cake, because we got cake. Me love the cake. And make sure say I put my table nice with my name on it and my food ready for me to consume. All right, make sure. I'm claiming it for you next year. I'm claiming it for you next year. I'm not gonna tell you this year because this year too short. Me I claim it for you next year. And then you're going to make sure say remember me, because I want my special cake and I want my special table with my name written on it. All right? Yes, so if you guys have any topic, now is the time for you to talk. If you have topics that you want me to come on here and talk about, let me know, because I don't want to just be serving up some sauce down the alley that I want to talk about. I want to make sure that I involve you, my naturally candid family, into all my decisions that I make as it regards my channel. So let me know what topics you would like me to talk about, and I will come on here and deliver it for you. Eagle says, when I get married though, you must come before his mother, and the good book says the two becomes one. That is true. That is true, but we have to understand that a mother's love is different from like you and me love, like a relationship love. We have to just understand that it's different, right? We now go love different for different persons. So that was what I was making reference to. So I'm gonna try to go fill the love gap what this person have for his mom, right? So that's different. But yes, guys, so I think we've done a whole full lengthy worth of conversation. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for gracing me with your presence on my channel. It is always welcome. I love you all. I love you all so much. Every time I come here and I have conversations with you all, I just feel like I know you. You know, so even though I'm not seeing you, I feel like I know you based on the interaction that we've been having. And you have been very incremental to your contribution here for me on Naturally Candid. And I cannot do anything but to love you guys for being here with me. You never did have to do it today, Friday. You could have other obligations. And choose to come spend the evening with me. Why I'm going to follow you? Like, you know? But anyways, thank you so much for coming. My love on a bad. Stay tuned for more videos. If you don't like the video yet, wanna wait and like it now. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next live. I am so grateful for you. I don't even want to leave on it tonight, but I'm not gonna keep on it any longer. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come and be with me tonight. See you guys in the next live, and don't forget to shoot your comments and your suggestions to me. You can do that on my Instagram page, Shan_inspire. You can also do the due diligence and just support your girl and follow my business page, NC_collections JA. Stay safe, stay sweet. Yes, Dash, stay safe too, and stay sweet always. This is just me calling it for a night. Those who are just joining and join so late, want to never come early, please to hit the like on the live nonetheless, though you're coming late. Please to hit the like on the live nonetheless. I love you all. I will see you in the next video, of which I will update you. So stay tuned on my Instagram. If you don't follow me yet, go follow me now, Shan_inspire. Bye guys.